Stop shoving the poor kid. She ain't doing nothing to you.
She's keeping me awake, ain't she?
No, you're keeping us awake.
You want to make something out of it?
I'm gonna make a pancake out of you.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. They're fighting. We won't get to sleep all night. Oh my goodness.
Pipe down, all of you. Go back to sleep. It's all right, Molly. Annie's here.
It was my mama, Annie. We was riding on the ferry boat, and she was holding me up to see all the big ships. But then I couldn't find her no more.
Blow. It was only a dream, honey. Now you gotta go back to sleep. It's after 3 o'clock.
Annie, read me your note,
Again?
please.
Sure, Molly.
Here it comes again.
Please take good care of our little darling. Her name is Annie.
She was born on October 28th. We will be back together soon. We left half a silver locket around her neck and kept the other half. So that when we come back for her, you will know that she's our baby. Oh my goodness, now they're laughing.
All right. Do you want to sleep with your teeth inside of your mouth or out?
Gee, Annie, I dream about having a mother and father again. But you're lucky. You really got them.
I know. Somewhere. Maybe far away, or maybe real nearby. He may be pouring her coffee. She may be straightening his tie. Maybe in a house all hidden by a hill.
She's sitting playing piano.
Betcha they're young, betcha they're smart. Their one mistake was giving up me. So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wake, they'll be there calling me baby, Betcha he reads, betcha she sews. Maybe she's made me a closet of clothes. Maybe they're strict, as straight as a lie. Don't really care as long as they're mine. So maybe now this prayer's the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your baby? Maybe. for me. I gotta go find them.
Annie, you're crazy. Miss Hannigan will catch you. And give you the paddle.
I don't care. I'm getting out of here. Okay, I'm ready. Wish me luck.
Good luck, Annie. So long, young man. Good luck.
Aha! Caught you! Get up, get up!
Yes, Miss Hannigan?
Turn around! I said turn around! There, now what do you say? What do you say?
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
Rotten orphan.
I'm not an orphan. My mother and father left a note saying they loved me and they were coming back for me.
That was 1922. This is 1933. Get up! Now for this one's shenanigans, you'll get down on your knobby little knees and clean this dump until it shines like the top of the Chrysler building.
But it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
But it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Get to work.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Now, why any kid would want to be an orphan, I will never know.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us.
Dad treated.
We get tricked.
Dad kisses.
We get kicked. It's a hard knock life. Got no folks to speak of, so it's the hard knock road we owe.
Cotton blankets.
Santa roll,
Empty bellies.
Santa roll. It's the hard knock life.
Don't it feel like the wind is always howling?
What's the need of tomorrow is howling? It's easier than putting up a fight.
No one's there when your dreams at night get creepy.
No one cares if you grow or you shrink.
No one tries when you have your blood
From the crying you would think this place would sing. Oh, empty belly life, rotten smelly life, full of sorrow life, no tomorrow life.
Santa Claus we never see.
Santa Claus, what's that? Who's he? No one cares for you, a smidge. When you're in an orphanage, it's a hard knock life.
You'll stay up till this dump shines at the top of the Chrysler building.
Giggle whiskers on her chin, jabber with the safety pin, make her drink a Mickey Finn. I love you, Miss Hannigan. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. No one cares for you, a smidge. When you're in an orphanage, it's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. It's the hard knock life.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, Miss Hannigan.
Well,
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
you, what are you doing in there?
Nothing.
Get her out of there. Your days are numbered. All right, breakfast.
Hot mush,
No, not hot mush. Cold mush. And when you're done with your mush, you need to go to your sewing machines. There's an order of dresses you need to finish if you have to work straight through to midnight.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Now line up.
Laundryman.
Morning, bundles.
Morning, kids. Clean teeth once a month, whether you need them or not. Hey, Abby. How's the prettiest gas at 14th Street?
Woo!
Bundles, get out of here with that laundry.
So long, gorgeous. Merry Christmas.
Oh, this is heavy today. What do you guys put in this?
You call this clean, Annie? This place looks like a pigsty. Annie? Annie?
Annie ain't here!
What do you mean Annie ain't here?
She went with Mr. Bundles.
In the laundry bag.
Bundles? Police! Police!
No more hard knock life for Annie. Lucky duck, she got away.
But we're gonna have to pay.
Gonna get our faces slapped. Gonna get our nipples wrapped. It's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. It's the hard knock life.
Apples, apples, 2 for a nickel.
Excuse me, miss, but would you mind donating an apple to the orphan's picnic?
Sure, why not? Nobody's buying them anyway.
Gee, thanks, ma'am.
Say, kid, when is this orphan's picnic?
Soon as I take a bite.
Seen any stray mutts around here?
No, sir.
Good, then must have run a while over to Astor Place.
Hey, there's what they didn't get. They're after you, ain't they? Well, they're after me too, but I ain't gonna let them get you or me. Everything's gonna be just fine for the both of us. If not today, well... The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're always a day away. Yes, officer?
That dog there. Any stray?
A stray? Oh no, sir. He's my dog.
Your dog, huh? So what's his name?
His name is Sandy. Right, that's it. I call him Sandy because of his nice sandy color.
Alright, let's see him answer to his name.
Oh, well, you see, I just got him, and sometimes...
Call him.
Here, Sandy. Here, boy. Good Sandy. Good old Sandy.
Next time you take him out, I want to see him on a leash. A little license, or else he goes to the pound.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Now get along with you before you catch your death of cold in this weather.
Oh, I don't mind the weather. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just dig at my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're always a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're always a day
know your souvenir pillow from Coney Island?
Yeah?
Molly just threw up on it.
Little girls, everywhere I turn, I can see them. Little girls, night and day, I eat, sleep, and breathe them. Some women are dripping with diamonds. Some women are dripping with pearls. Lucky me, look at what I'm dripping with. Little girls. Someday I'll step on their freckles. Some night I'll straighten their curls. Send the flood, send the flu, anything that you can do to little
Yeah, come in.
Good afternoon. Miss Hannigan, is it?
Yeah?
I'm Lieutenant Ward of the 17th Precinct. We found your runaway.
Oh, thank you, officer.
She was in one of them Hoovervilles over to the river with a bunch of bombs.
They weren't bombs.
Had to manage him over there, but he got away.
Oh, poor pumpkin out in the freezing cold with just that thin sweater. I hope you didn't catch influenza. Thank you so much again, officer.
All the line of duty, and you, to let me hear you run away from this nice lady. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, officer. Next time you walk out that door, it'll be 1953. Well, you glad to be back? Huh?
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Liar. What's the one thing I've taught you? Never tell a lie. Yes?
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
Yes?
My name is Grace Farrow, Private Test Secretary of Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks?
Mr. Warbucks is requesting an orphan to spend the Christmas holiday at his home.
What sort of orphan did he have in mind?
Well, she should be friendly and intelligent.
Mississippi, capital M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-I, Mississippi.
And cheerful.
Shut up. And how old?
Well, age doesn't really matter. Say about 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, yes. 11 would be perfect. Oh, and Mr. Warbucks prefers redheaded children.
Sorry, we don't have any orphans like that here.
What about this child right here?
Annie, oh no, you don't want her.
Annie, would you like to spend the next 2 weeks in Mr. Warbucks' home?
I would love to.
Okay, you can have any orphan here, just not Annie.
Well, we can call it the Board of Orphans and...
If it's Annie you want, it's Annie you'll get.
It's Annie I want.
Oh, boy.
Now, could you run along and grab her coat?
She don't have a coat.
Well, we're gonna have to buy her one.
Oh, boy.
Annie, would you come along here now? Mr. Warbucks' limousine is waiting outside.
Oh, boy, I can hardly believe it.
She can hardly believe it.
Hey, kids, I'm getting up for Christmas. I'll write to you.
Someday I'll land in the nut house with all the nuts in the squirrels. There I'll stay tucked away till the prohibition of little
Good afternoon, Miss Farrow.
Good afternoon, Drake, everyone.
Good afternoon, Miss.
Has Mr. Warbucks arrived yet?
No, Miss, we're expecting him any minute.
Do you really live here, or is this a train station?
We really live here. Now, could you all come over here for a moment, please?
Quickly, everyone.
Everyone, this is Annie. Annie, this is everyone.
Hi, everyone.
May I take your coat, miss?
Will I get it back? Of course, dear. Now, what do you want to do first?
The floors. I'll scrub them first, and then I'll get to the windows.
Annie, you're our guest. You don't have to do any cleaning. Now, for the next 2 weeks, you'll have a swell time. Now, Sassy will pick out all your clothes.
What is your best color? No blue, I think.
Your bath is drawn by Mrs. Green. Annette comes in to make your bed. I think I'm gonna like it here. When you wait, ring for Drake. Drake will bring your tray. When you're through, Mrs. Pugh comes to take it away. No need to pick up any toys.
That's okay, I haven't got any anyway.
No finger will you lift, my dear. We have but one request. Please put us to the test. I know I'm gonna like it here. Used to room in a tube where I'd sit and freeze. Get me now, holy cow. Could someone pitch me, please? Ow, she didn't mean it. We've never had a little girl. We've never had a little girl. I'm very glad to volunteer. We hope you understand. Your wish is the command. I know you're gonna like it here. Welcome.
Where is everyone? Hello, everyone.
Welcome home, Mr. Warbucks.
It's good to be home. How was your flight to Chicago? Not bad, only took 11 hours. Grace?
Yes?
Messages?
Mr. President Roosevelt wants to call him at the White House.
I'll get back to him tomorrow. All right. Good to see you all again.
Mr. Warbucks?
Drake, dismiss the staff.
Yes, sir.
And Grace, if you get your notebook, who is that?
Mr. Warbucks is the orphan for the holidays.
That is not a boy. Orphans are boys.
Well, sir, you just said orphan, so I chose a girl.
Well, I suppose you'll have to do. Annie, huh? Annie what?
Oh, no, I'm just Annie, Mr. Welbuck, sir. I haven't got any last name. I'm sorry I'm not a boy.
Not at all. I couldn't be happier. Grace, we'll start with the figures from the iron ore shipments from Toledo to... What are we supposed to do with this child?
Well, this is her first night here, sir.
Well, Annie, I suppose we better do something special on your first night. Would you like to go to a movie?
Gosh, Mr. Warbucks, I've never been to one.
Fine. Then you'll go to the Roxy, and then an ice cream soda at Rumpelmayer's, and a handsome cab ride around Central Park.
Golly!
Grace, forget the dictation for tonight. You are going to take Annie to the movies.
Aw, gee.
Something the matter, Annie?
Oh, well, it's just I thought you were going to take me.
Oh, no. I'm afraid I'm far too busy tonight.
Aw, gee.
Annie, I've just been away for 6 weeks, and when a man is running a multi-billion-dollar corporation...
Oh, that's okay, Mr. Warbucks. I understand.
Drake,
Yes, sir.
get our coats.
Oh, boy!
Grace, you'll come too, of course.
Yes, sir.
Which car would you be wanting, sir?
The Duesenberg. No, wait. This child's been cooped up in an orphanage. We'll walk.
Walk to the Roxy?
Why not? It's only 45 bucks.
Yes, sir.
Ah, smell those bus fumes. There's no air like the air of New York. Come on, you slowpokes. We gotta get to the Roxy before the prices change.
NYC, the shimmer of Times Square,
The Pulse.
the beat, the drive.
NYC. say that I'm square, but wow, I come alive.
The city's bright as a penny arcade. It blinks, it tilts, it rings. To think that I've lived here all of my life and never seen these things. NYC, the whole road keeps coming. By bus, by train, you can't explain. Amen. For
NYC, just got here this morning. 3 months, 2 bags, 1 week. NYC, I'm supporting a fair and night. I'll be
the laughs, the Gershwins, the Crawford and Horn, the place they love the best. The California gays speak with their arms. Their fan mail comes addressed to NYC. Tomorrow a penthouse that's way apart. Tonight,
why not? It's NYC.
NYC, your standing room only. You crowd, you're still the champ. Amen. For NYC.
David Wine down there!
Immediate seating. There is immediate seating.
Popcorn. What do you say to some popcorn? Well, I haven't had popcorn since. Give in. Don't fight. Good girl. Good night. Sleep tight. In NYC.
And once again, we bring to you the romance of Helen Trent, who sets out to prove that just because a woman is 35 or more, romance in life need not be over.
God, I hope not. Yes?
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
What's the matter? Warbuck's fed up with Annie already.
On the contrary. Miss Hannigan, this has to be signed and sent back to the Board of Orphans no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
What for?
Mr. Warwick is so taken with Annie that he wants to adopt her.
Annie, the daughter of a millionaire?
The daughter of a billionaire.
Would you excuse me for 1 moment, please? Oh my gosh! Got any more wonderful news?
Merry Christmas, Miss Hannigan.
Oops. Pardon me, Blondie. Hi, sis. Long time no see.
Rooster, they finally let you out of prison? What were you in for this time?
Some old geezer said I swindled him out of $1,100.
And why did he say that?
Because Rooster swindled him out of $1,100.
Sis, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine from...
Jersey City!
Rooster, do me a favor. Get out of here.
So who's the blondie I bumped into when I come in? Looks like she had a couple of dollars.
She works for Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks?
Annie, one of the orphans here is getting adopted by him.
Crummy orphan.
Yeah, living in the lap of luxury, well-to-do Hannigan kids, ended up on the skids. It ain't fair how we scrounge for $3 or $4 while she gets Warbucks.
The little brat. It ain't fair, this here life is driving me nuts. While we get peanuts, she's living fat.
Maybe she holds the key, that little lady,
To getting more bucks.
Instead of less, maybe we fix the game with something shady.
Where does this put us?
Give you one guess. Yes! Easy streets, easy streets. Annie is the key, yes sirree, yes sirree, yes sirree, yeah! Easy streets, easy streets. That's where we're gonna be.
Yes, Mr. President. No, I'm not asking for your help, but I'm telling you that you've got to do something. All right, we'll talk about it on
Friday?
Friday. Listen, Mr. President, why don't we bury the hatchet and you come here with Mrs. Roosevelt for supper Christmas Eve? You will? Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. President. Grace,
Yes, sir?
find out what Democrats eat. Package from Tiffany's?
Right this morning.
Fine. I'm going to give it to her and tell her that I want to adopt her.
Oh, she's gonna be the happiest little girl in the world.
Get her down here.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Annie, can we have a man-to-man talk?
You're sending me back to the orphanage, right?
Annie, I was born into a very poor family, and both my parents died before I was 10. So I made a promise to myself that one day, one way or another, I was going to be rich, very rich.
That was a good idea.
Yes, but I've lately realized something. No matter how much money you've got, if you've got no one to spend your life with, if you're alone, then you might as well be broke. I was in Tiffany's the other day and I picked this up for you.
For me? Gee, thanks, Mr. Warbucks. Oh, gee.
It's a silver locket, Annie. I noticed that old broken one you always wear, and I said, hey, I'm gonna get that kid a nice new locket. Here, we'll just take this old one off.
No, I don't want a new one.
Annie, what is it?
This locket. My mother and father left it when they left me at the orphanage. And a note, too. They're coming back for me. And I know I'm real lucky being here with you for Christmas and all, but the one thing I want in all the world is to find my mother and father and to be like other kids with folks of my own.
Shh. It's all right, Annie. I'll find your real parents for you.
Mr. Works will find your mother and father, even if he has to put everyone on the job, or everyone in his organization on the job, even if he has to pull every political string there is to pull.
Up to and including the White House. Annie, give me your locket.
But, Mr. Warbucks,
Annie, I understand, but it could be our best clue. We'll have the FBI trace it and find out who bought it.
and maybe they should have my note, too.
You'll see, Annie. You may be meeting your real parents within a couple of days.
Really?
Really.
Oh boy, gotta write a letter to the kids about this.
What a thing to occur, finding them, losing her. Oh, you won't be an orphan for long.
And pretty soon, everyone will know I'm looking for my folks, because we're gonna go on the radios and tell them, so make sure you listen, okay? So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wake, I'll be there calling me baby. So maybe now this prayer's the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your baby, maybe?
Thank you, Annie, and welcome to America's favorite radio program, The Oxygen Hour of Smiles, starring your own softie, Bert Healy. And Olive Warbucks, it's nice of you to drop by.
Good evening, Bert Healy. It's nice to be here.
Oliver Warbucks, I understand that you have something to tell the folks at home about little Annie here.
Yes, Bert Healy. I'm now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents. Furthermore, I'm offering a certified check for $50,000 to any persons who can prove that they are Annie's parents.
Wow!
So, Annie's parents, if you're listening, write to Oliver Warbucks, care of this station. Thank you, Oliver Warbucks.
Thank you, Bert Healy.
Well, I see by the old clock on the wall that another of our Thursday night get-togethers has gone by faster than you can say Occident. This is your old softie, Mrs. Healy's boy Bert saying, until next week, same time, same station, good night.
Gee, Annie on the radio, coast to coast, she's famous.
Wish I was on the radio.
Me too. Who wants to be on the dumb old radio anyway? I do. So, we're all be our smiles, saying, this Bert Healy saying.
Hey, Hoboman, hey, Daphne, you both got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be rumbling, they stand out a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Who cares what you're wearing on Main Street or Savile Row? It's what you wear from ear to ear, and you're from head to toe. Batman. So janitor, so long for a while. Remember, you're never fully dressed. Though you live where you're best, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Smile, Barney, smile.
What are you doing up?
Annie was on the radio.
Yeah, I heard it. Next thing she'll be in movies. Now get to bed.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
A $50,000 reward. $50,000. What I couldn't do with $50,000. Annie's getting adopted.
Yes?
Excuse us, but do you run this here orphanage?
Yeah?
Ma'am, was you working here 11 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, we had terrible troubles back then, and we had to leave a baby here on the front stoop.
Our little
a girl, our Annie.
You're Annie's parents? I can't believe it. Where'd you say you came from again?
A little farm up in Canada where they have lots of ducks, geese, chickens, and roosters. Gotcha, sis.
Brewster, I would have never known it was you in 100 years.
Fooled you, Aggie. And we're gonna fool Warbucks too.
Get ourselves 50,000 big ones.
We need your help, sis. For details on Annie, that'll help us pull this thing off.
What's in it for me?
Three-way split.
Half. Half.
Fine, 25 grand each, but we gotta do it fast. Get the money, get the girl, and get out of town.
The kid's the problem. What are we gonna do with her afterwards?
No problem. When I want something to disappear, it disappears. For good. Get the 50 grand, blow this crummy town, and then me and Lou will meet ya.
Where?
Oh yeah!
Easy Street. Easy Street. Annie is the key.
Yes, sirree, yes, sirree, yes, sirree, yeah!
Easy Street. Easy Street. That's where we're gonna be.
Well, Miss Farrell, I'm so sorry, Annie. I've spoken to more than 1,000 people claiming to be your mother and father. They're all liars and fakes. Aw, gee.
Are you certain?
Yes, sir. None of them knew about the locket. I'm so sorry.
I was sure somebody was gonna be my mother and father.
Mr. Warbucks, it's just come by, special messenger from the FBI.
Ah, finally. AJ Gunderson has located the manufacturer of Annie's locket in Utica, New York.
Oh boy!
Over 90,000 were made and sold.
Aw, gee.
I'm sorry, Annie. I'm afraid the FBI doesn't think there's a chance in a million of tracing your parents through the locket. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You did your best. I guess the kid can get along without folks anyway. You didn't turn out so bad.
Grace, do you have those legal papers I gave you the other day?
Right here, sir.
Annie, I want to adopt you.
Adopt me?
Yes or no?
If I can't have my real mother and father, there's no one else in the world I'd rather have for a father than you, Mr. Warbucks.
Annie, this isn't going to be an adoption. This is going to be a celebration. And you can have anyone in the world you want to come to it. Who would you like?
Well, I guess I like Miss Farrell there, and Mr. Drake, and Mrs. Pugh, and, well, everybody here.
Drake,
Yes, sir?
go tell the staff to get spiffed up. They're going to be the guests at Annie's adoption party.
Yes, sir!
Oh, and the kids.
I'm afraid it'll be way past their bedtime now. But I'll tell you what, we can have everyone from the orphanage here tomorrow for a big Christmas party.
Miss Hannigan, too?
Why not? I'm the luckiest man in the world.
And I'm the luckiest kid. Together forever, we're tying a knot they never can sever. I don't need sunshine now to turn my skies to blue. I don't need anything but you. Yesterday was plain awful.
You can say that again.
Yesterday was plain awful.
But that's...
Not now, that's then. I'm poor as a mouse,
I'm richer than Midas.
but nothing on earth could ever divide us. And if tomorrow I'm an apple seller too, I don't need anything, anything, anything. I don't need anything but you.
Excuse us, folks. Surely look, there's our Annie.
Who are you?
Honey, we're your mom and dad.
Ralph's the name, Ralph Mudge. And this here's the wife, Shirley.
And you're Annie. Annie Mudge.
Annie Mudge?
We've seen a great people.
I expect to be wanting proof as to who we are. Here's our driver's licenses and Annie's birth certificate.
Baby girl, Anne Elizabeth Mudge, born on October 28, 1922, at Newark, New York. Father, Ralph Mudge. Mother, Shirley Smith. North, November 4th, 1922. October 28th? That's my birthday.
Ralph, look, Annie's wearing the locket.
Ah, yes. When we left Annie at the orphanage, we left half of a silver locket with her and kept the other half. Yes, it fits perfectly.
Thank God, Ralph, she's our Annie.
But Mr. Mudge, what about the money?
Well, we don't have much, but we'd be happy to give you whatever, sir.
Are you saying you haven't heard that I'm offering a certified check for $50,000 to anyone who can prove they're Annie's parents?
No, sir. Anyway, we don't want no money.
On the other hand, Ralph, remember that little pig farm out in New Jersey? With $50,000, we could afford to bring Annie up right, in the country.
Mr. Mudge, would you mind if Annie stayed here till tomorrow, Christmas? Then you can come pick up Annie and the check.
Whatever you prefer, sir.
Bye, Annie. Love.
Until tomorrow morning, honey. Then you'll be spending the rest of your life with us. Oops. Pardon me, Blondie. Merry Christmas.
Well, this is wonderful news.
Drake,
Yes, sir?
champagne. We must celebrate because we just had the most wonderful news. Annie has found her real mother and father. To Annie Mudge.
To Annie Mudge.
Annie. I've lost her. I've lost Annie.
Sir, I have the strangest feeling Mr. Mudge isn't who he says he is.
Then I won't give up till we're certain.
But how?
I'll find a way. I'll go straight to the top. I'll go straight to the President of the United States. Even if he is a Democrat.
Silly to cry, nothing to fear. Betcha where they live's as nice as right here. Betcha my life is gonna be swell. Looking at them, it's easy to tell. And maybe I'll forget how nice he was to me, and how I was almost his baby. Merry Christmas, Mr. Warbucks, Miss Farrell.
Merry Christmas.
You're up early.
You're up early too.
You've been up all night, dear. FBI men coming and going. And Annie, did you know that President Roosevelt is here?
Really?
Mr. President?
Merry Christmas, President Roosevelt.
Merry Christmas, Annie. Annie, early this morning, FBI Director Hoover telephoned me with some very sad news. He succeeded in tracing the identity of your parents.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Mudge.
No, dear. David and Margaret Bennett.
But
Annie.
Annie, your mother and father passed away a long time ago.
you mean I'm an orphan after all?
Are you all right, Annie?
Yes, because I know they loved me, and they would have come back for me if...
I love you, Annie Bennett.
And I love you too. Now who the heck are Ralph and Shirley Mudge?
The birth certificate could have easily been forged, but nobody knew about the locket except for us.
And the FBI, of course.
And Miss Hannigan.
And Miss Hannigan.
Miss Hannigan, sir, I'm the children from the orphanage.
Hi, kids!
Ah, Miss Hannigan, I'm delighted to meet you.
Same here, and I'd know you anywheres.
Let me introduce you to everyone. You know my secretary, Miss Farrell, and my butler, Drake. and this year is the President of the United States.
Look, kids, there's presents here for all of us! Yay!
Mr. Warbucks, it should just come by the FBI.
Now it all fits together.
Sir, Mr. and Mrs. Mudd.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Merry Christmas.
Well, we don't want to bother you on Christmas and all. We just came to pick up Annie. And the check.
Ah, yes, of course. The check. Here it is, $50,000, certified.
Yes. Paid to the order to... The jig is up?
Yeah, Daniel Francis Hannigan, also known as...
Rooster Hannigan, also known as Ralph Mudge, also known as Danny the Dip.
Lewis, turn them over.
Yes, sir.
And I believe you'll find this woman is their accomplice.
I ain't even seen these people till yesterday.
Come off it, Aggie.
Annie, tell them how nice and good I always was to you.
Gee, Miss Hannigan, I would, but what's the one thing you always taught me? Never tell a lie.
Brat!
Miss Hannigan's gone for good! Yay!
And you won't have to work anymore.
Yay!
Yes, girls, for you and rats for all of us, this Christmas will be the start of a wonderful new life. A new deal. Hey, I'd rather like that. A new deal.
So do I, Franklin. A new deal.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow